Okay, the import is complete. I'm going to open up my warehouse views and I'll click on the quick pick, and after you reinstall, this is what it should look like down to this point right here for mine. Now, like I said, most of you are going to have other views in there, including your own views, but these are what mine are going to look like. So let's take a look here at some things that I've done and why I've done them. First of all, I'm going to bring up the main menu. I'm going to go under intraday and I'm going to update the intraday now. It really takes very little time to do this. Seems like a long time, but it's only about 30 seconds. Okay, so all of the information is up to date. Now I'll go into the designer. Before I show you some of these scans, I want to make sure my industries are up to date. So I'm going to rebuild the indexes and groups. This is under the tools menu. And what this is doing is taking the stock prices and it's building the industry groups. So when I put these scans on, the ones that are sorted on industry groups are going to be sorted correctly. For the rest of this video, I'm just going to go down through these category trades that I've been creating out of the other groups. Eventually, all of these up here that are left in these folders will probably be in category trades. I just haven't been able to finish everything yet. But anyway, let me go through some of this. I'm going to start with this, and if you're online during the day, this category right here is probably the most important because you can track what's going on during the market day if you have Thinkorswim running in the background. I'm going to click on intraday, and you can see all of these categories or all of these scans that I have listed here, and it's money flow in and out, and there are different combos attached to some of these. Like this one right here sorts on, when you're sorted on raw combo, it sorts on the percent industries up, and if you look over here in this column, you'll see that here is the industry percentage price change and the industries sorted together. Now, if you want to do a secondary sort, so the stocks, for example, in payment and data processing are stacked according to intraday strength, what I do is I click on this AZ up here and then just type in range and then select intraday range, and it resorts. So the payment and data processors, this one right here is trading at 100% of its daily range. So you can just leave that sort on. Now the next one is intraday demand. I'm accessing all securities here. This is money flowing in. By the way, the market just closed. So this is the intraday for Friday. And here's industry groups and then demand, and then here is one that also requires a VPA from the prior day. So if I click on it, you can see that there was a VPA signal. They may not all be bullish, but at least there was a VPA signal, and then these are the current prices for the day. And here's one intraday demand, all securities price negative. Well, the reason I put this in, I was looking for stocks that maybe gap down or down for the day, but they're trading in the upper part of their daily range. So let's just bring a chart up here. And, well, you can see it's in the upper part of its range. Not a great example. But that's what it does. Now here's something you can do. I'm going to kind of veer off subject here. I'm going to go to the combo, and I'm going to go up here. I put a folder in called Most Used Combos. Now, if you're looking, for example, at this one right here, they're down for the day, but they're in the upper part of their range. Go up here to the Most Used Combos and select the VPA trends up, and this will resort these. If you look over here, these have all the VP trends are up and the fan is up. So these are strong stocks that were down for the day, and now they're trading near the upper part of their intraday range. So I'll just bring natural grocers up, and you can see this is a good example here. This gapped down, opened here, traded down, but buyers are coming back into it. So all I did was click on this icon, and I went up here to this folder, which I put the VPA trends up and down in here. These are the intraday price change combos there. And now if I click on this icon here, turn off view combo and reapply it, that goes back to the original combo. So that's pretty powerful, because you can look for the those that have gapped down. Now here's intraday money flow in, no biotechs. This is industries down. Intraday money flow out, all securities. Money flow out, all securities requiring a VPA. Money flow out, intraday supply with price positive. This is just the opposite of what I showed you. So the price is positive, but look at the range here. These are stocks that are gapped up and are going down now. Intraday supply, no biotechs. Now here's intraday money flow in. These are the SP sector stocks. These are stocks that everybody's familiar with. And that's sorted on groups or industries. And then here's demand. Monolithic power systems is the most in demand in the sector stocks. And look at it move today. I'm going to bring up a weekly chart here. So you can see how well this works. I mean, these stocks gapped up, and they would have been, if you're updating every 5 minutes or so often, you can see which stocks are moving up, where they're trading in their intraday range. It's really powerful. Okay, VPA flag on the sector stocks required. Money flow out. These are all pretty self-descriptive, so I'm not going to read everything. Here's weekly options, box stocks, price change up intraday. These are stocks in groups. And the reason I put this in is to get a quick read on the market. So here at the end of the day, $8.99. These are stocks are in group. They're $8.99 up and $27.49 down. So you can look at this anytime intraday and get that reading. Money flow in ETFs, money flow out ETFs, money flow in spider ETFs. There were none up today, and there were 12 down today, counting the SPY. Intraday money flow in, these are bar chart stock options. I download the 500 most active stocks with having options from bar chart, and that's where these go. And this is for money flow in, sort on industries up. Just another way to look at the industries over here with these columns. Okay, so that's one category that I like to use a lot during intraday. It really helps me stay on top of the market. Now, this is most active intraday, and originally a couple weeks ago I changed the combo to sort, so the strongest stocks would come to the top, but after working with it I decided to go back to this standard demand combo on all of this. The intraday volume, 1-day change, and the range 30 weighted equally, and it brings the most active stocks to the top of the list. Now, if you want to do the substitute the combo, you click on this. I'm in my most used right now. You click on up. It sorts this so the strongest stocks are at the top. These are the most active. Now let's look at, that's an acquisition. Let's look at StoneX Group. Wow, look at this. Most active, you can see the heavy volume today. You can see where it opened, it gapped open, traded all the way down, shook people out, and then it closed at nearly its high of the day. So like I said, by substituting this other combo, VPA trends up, trend percentage, it's going to find stocks, the strongest stocks, based upon the VPA trends, and put them to the top, and then you can do that secondary sort, or it stays in there until you resort off a combo. So intraday range, so if there's several in the same, if they were in the same group, which they're not here, you can see which ones are trading at the top of their intraday range. Okay, the next one's most active down. This is one I just stuck in there. I want relative strength greater than 90 and range greater than 70. That is intraday range, so it's looking for high relative strength stocks with the range greater than 70. There's only 33 in here. Now this one would be a good one to apply that other combo on. It's just right down here. See, these are defaulting to these combos up here that I put in most use, so it's just really easy to click on this one, sort on raw combo, and then it's a VPA trends up. So these are some of the strongest stocks right here based upon the VPA trends. If I bring this up, you can see that a big bear, this thing has gone crazy over the past few days, and it goes to the top of the list. Now, if I want to reapply the original combo, I just click on this, and the original combo is in play then, or in use. Okay, let's go down. Large cap stocks. These are all large cap stocks. And I know they're large cap stocks because the filter directs to the large cap common stocks, which are updated every day when the program is run. It's a user group filter. So these are the large caps. And then you can see I have mid caps, small caps, micro caps. These are all intraday. Most active options up, stocks and options up, ETA. NASDAQ 100, NASDAQ 500, NASDAQ 1500. These are up and down, both up and down. Dow Jones, none were up yesterday. These are the most active down. Here's the S&P 400, 600. Strong earnings growth, most active up. Let's look at Cloudflare here. And look at this. Look at the weekly chart here. I'm just going to drop down here for a second and go to this is under the most used charts. Wyckoff demand. Look at all these bullish Wyckoff flags on the way up. Starting right here with the test. And I'm going to show you a scan here pretty soon that I did, which picks up stocks like this. Okay, so I want to go back to my That's end of day. I want intraday. I've been on end of day, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So getting back to this, largest 4% and up movers, gaps, big gaps, or not big gaps, 4%, big percentage moves, what I'm trying to say. Down, high relative volume intraday, high relative volume negative intraday. So those during the day, these are the ones you should really be looking at. Now I'm going to go through these others more quickly. I decided to put the trending up and down, micro trend, short-term trend, intermediate-term trend, and long intermediate with fan up. Now this corresponds with this chart number 1. You can see the fan is up on these, or on this stock, because I'm in the, well, I'm not there yet. I better get there. Okay. Intermediate trend, fan up. So all of these are going to have the fan up. Now if I go down to micro trend, let's do it intraday today. These stocks are going to be showing stocks that are emerging, and they may or may not go somewhere, but you can see that this is a micro trend because the histogram is above the 0 line. So for those of you who use VPA and like to find stocks that have pulled back, you can look at micro trend. On the trending down, same thing. Micro trend down. These could be stocks that are just starting to go down and they may bounce. You can see the micro trend is down here, but there's support coming into this stock. So this is powerful too. Also, I should say. This is just days since a crossover. I put these in here so you could get a quick read on the number of days in an expanded view. Now, category trades, momentum, trader bullish and in today. These are momentum trades, my continuation indicator, perfect speculator, Wyckoff, demand, effort to rise, and so on. I'm not going to go through all of these because I don't want this video to get too long. Now these are retracements. This is the undercut and rally, which you're familiar with, or you should be. A VPA trader, VPA bullish today, 500,000 volume. Bearish today, downtrend, potential reversal. These are primarily on using VPA signals, and undercut and rally. Stopping volume intraday. And here are the most active bar chart stock options. So let's see where the action was on these today. A lot of these you really need to go in and see how liquid they are before you consider buying them. But here's some familiar names. Well, there's that Big Bear, Cloudflare, Expedia, Roku. These are all positive. Let's look at Roku today. And you can see that there was a no supply and then strength returning and an effort to rise today. So if you're a stock options player, here's the 500 of each and 200 on the ETFs. That's a lot of ETFs, and a lot of these may not be liquid. You really need to look at them in Thinkorswim or whatever you use. Now, I only have a couple of trades in one trade in strong fundamentals right now. It's called Quality Momentum and Fundamental Scan with high profit margin. And there are some familiar names in here. A10 Networks reported yesterday or 2 days ago, and it's sold up a little bit, but it looks like it's going to form a flag here. You might want to watch that one. There's a nice, let me get this out of the way so you can see the weekly. Checkpoint Software, Court. Look at Court, how it is taken off here. Wow. Great VPA flags on the the weekly. Here's the entry point right here, the most recent entry point on the 3-6 crossover with a pocket pivot. And here's Meta, MasterCard, and Meta. So this is going to find stocks with high profit margins and so on. And I'll be adding more to that. I just haven't had time. I've been concentrating on these intraday volume price analysis. So you're familiar with that. If not, here's the Wyckoff demand and supply scans. Now here is what I've been spending quite a bit of time on recently, and I'm going to show you this, and then that'll be the end of the video. My old files are down here on this new installation. If there's anything that's not up here that you were using, you'll find them down there. You don't have experimental or this one, but you'll have everything down to this. But let me explain the category trades with the Wyckoff scan. So I was trying to figure out a way to incorporate the Wyckoff scans with VPA, and I think this works out pretty well. You can see that there's VPA signals over here. They're not all bullish, and transfer of ownership is in here, which is a kind of a neutral VPA signal. You don't know which way stocks are going to go, but I wanted to include it. And the way I've done this is I'll show you the filter. I have required that these stocks be a group member of these Wyckoff scans. Now the Wyckoff scans are in the designer and their user smart groups. So if it goes in here and it looks for these, or looks at these groups, and then if any of these VPA flags are in there, are active, or are generating signals, then they're going to appear over here in this column. So I've got, and I did this same thing for the negative side. So I know that ALAT communications has to be in one of the Wyckoff scans, and it also has a VPA signal. Now this is yesterday's information, and you can see there's the VPA flag right there, and it's had high, wide, and very high yesterday. If I click on that, you can see high, wide, and very high, and the sentiment is bullish. This crossed over 6 days ago on the 3-6 and the VPOC. So let's find one that has pulled back here. I'm not familiar with this stock. It crossed down yesterday, and it's showing no supply here. It's just in a trading range right now. Let's look for another one. This one crossed back over yesterday, but it looks like it's a buyout. Red Cat Holdings. Here you can see the crossover a couple of days ago. It looks like it may want to go up. Had a huge run up here and then sold off, but it's consolidating now. It's forming a cup. But by combining the Wyckoff scans with the VPA signal, I think we can really find some winners that meet criteria from both. You can see, look at all the efforts to rise here. Here's a no supply. Here's a test. Rackspace, this was yesterday. This is wow, I didn't realize that stock was so cheap. But you can sort on the VPA signals. If you just want to look for tests, go up here. Okay, that was transfer of ownership. You can do that, and then you can see what the Wyckoff signal was. Above average, below average on the spread, and close very high. You can see that right here on this candle. So anyway, I'm pretty excited about this scan. Now let me take you through a little bit more, and then I'm going to end this video. Okay, so there's 424 stocks in here. This is bullish today, sorted on raw combo, which is my intraday combo. So it tells me during the day which of these stocks is moving up and which have had both Wyckoff scan signals and a VPA. Now if I go down here and look at this, you can see where there were Wyckoff signals on this stock. Wherever there's a colored bar, these are bullish, and you can see that there were volume pocket pivot scans also. So this was an excellent trade from back here, 17.3 to what are we at now? 21.30. Let's look at one more, Lionsgate. What was the signal? Less than average volume, but the spread was above average and the close was high. You can see that right here on this bar, and it was an effort to rise also. And this one here, okay, there are 424 in here until I click on this. This cuts it down to 78 because it only locates stocks that are up for the day. It's the same group of stocks, but they have to be positive for the day. Now, if you're looking for money or VPA bearish signals and money flow out, it's just the opposite. You can see everything is down here. Oh, I want to point something out. You can see the VPA trends are down. So these are the weakest stocks based upon the VPA trends. Let me bring this up here. And strong trend down. Now, I didn't mention this. I'm going to go back up to VPA bullish today. This combo sorts on the strongest stocks. You can see over here these columns are all green. So here's the trick, and I've shown this many times, that I'll do it again. If you want to keep this list as it is before you go to the intraday, just click on turn off the combo, go down to the intraday, and you can see which of the stocks, the strong stocks here, are following through today, which are just down slightly, and so on. So let's just take American Electric Power. It should have a strong, pretty strong. I mean, the fan's in place and so on. Everything's lined up. So these are the strongest stocks intraday. Now, when I reapply this, it sorts on the intraday combo. So the strongest ones intraday are going to come to the top. Anyway, that's what I've been working on. I know I throw a lot at you, but I hope you really give these a try and see what you come up with. I know it's a pain to delete my files and then reinstall, but I think you're going to like this category setup, which I plan to do going forward. Thank you for listening, and have a good weekend. If you have any questions, send me an email, ron@highgrowthstock.com.